Hey guys, I hope you're all well. Right, we are going to get on with a bit of BMW today. I've got a few things I want to do there, so I'll catch up with that in a moment. First, the Honda. The lovely little Honda, as you're all aware of, that it went onto eBay. Anyway, the joys of eBay. So, the winning bidder is obviously fell off the planet completely. So this ended on Sunday. Obviously, I don't pounce on people straight away, invoice, blah, blah, blah. I gave him, this ended Sunday morning, by the way. I gave him all day Sunday, nothing. No reply, no message, no nothing. I think it was probably late Sunday night. And then Monday, I messaged them. Nothing, no reply. I sent them a little invoice, which is what you do. See, an eBay invoice. Nothing. I messaged them again. You know, later on, I'm leaving big gaps between doing all this to give them a chance to reply. Nothing. I thought, oh, here we go. But what I find quite strange is they really meant to win this bike, and we was happy with the price that it got. From all our research, seemed a reasonable price for what these bikes are getting. You know, we've had to buy it, we've had to buy the parts, we've had to put a lot of time into it, getting it clean and everything. So you want a return on it. This is what sort of running a little one-man band business is all about, although I am doing this one with a friend. You do things to get a return on them, to pay your bills and keep going. I know I do the YouTube and everything like that, but you know, that's been a tiny channel. That's never going to make you rich. So you do little jobs like this to top it up, which I love. I enjoy it. I really do. Yes, it'd be lovely if the channel had millions and millions of views, but hey-oh, who's going to follow a silly old man in a shed? But I enjoy it, and I know some of you guys enjoy it, so I'll keep doing it. I really do enjoy it. So yeah, you do all these little in-between jobs to stay alive, basically. Like I say, pay the bills and things like that, which, as I say, I enjoy doing it. It's like the lamp, the oil pump lamp, little things like that you have to drop on and do to keep things rolling. Anyway, I still had no reply. I found this guy owns a engineering company up north. Looks to be a big company. And I messaged him then on WhatsApp. It had a link to his WhatsApp because they were on Facebook. Messaged him, nothing. They've read the message because it tells you, but no reply. I mean, I don't want to fall out with anybody. People have things in life that go on. Things in life can happen in an instant. 1 minute things can be fine. The next, something's gone terribly wrong. I fully understand that. I'm experienced in that one. Well, sort of. And we all have it. 1 minute could be good. Next minute, everything's gone wrong. All hell's breaking loose. And I get all that. I allow for all that. But just a little message if you've bought something, whether it's, you know, your circumstances have changed. I'm really sorry. I can't have this no longer. Brilliant. We know where we are with it. But yeah, I've had an out. Not a thing. So I've second chanced it now. So if you have had a bid on this, if you wish to check if it's you I've second chanced, take a look. And if that doesn't work, obviously we've got to relist it. And hopefully, if we do relist it, or the second chance might be taken yet, we get a genuine buyer so we can move this on and get on with the next thing. Yeah, it's crazy. I know I can be terrible at replying to messages, but that's just the sheer scale of messages I can get sometimes. It's just impossible to keep up. And mostly it's just people saying hello and enjoy the channel and things like that, which is fantastic. Like I say, I can't always get round to everybody. I'll be sat in the corner of this shed on my phone for days on end, going through everybody's message on my phone off the Facebook stuff, off the channel stuff. It's just impossible. Unless I had a secretary sat here going through it all, then that would be fine. But obviously we can't do that. Anyway, that's where we are with the little Honda. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. Second chance offer, or we've got to relist it, which will be a bit of a pain. So, BMW then. Today we are getting on with a little side panel, getting that shaped up a bit more. And also, I'm bringing it off the bench. I've got to put the side stand back on because I can actually work on this on the floor, because I've got something else that's going on the bench just to finish a few jobs on it to get it gone. It's my Enfield that I've decided to let go to someone else because I'm all burnt out with Enfields. I've got one to do for a good friend, which I've got some things in the pipeline for that actually that he's going to like. And when I've got all that sorted, I'll be on with his. And that's it, I'm done with Enfields for a bit. So yeah, I've got that one on mine that I'm getting on the bench, finishing the metalwork, and then that'll be going. So if anyone's interested in a little project, that'll be up soon. So yeah, this is coming off the bench. Little Enfield will be going on, and we'll be continuing with the BMW. Right then. So what I've got to do with this is trim it down a bit, which I knew I had to do anyway. I also see in the comments from previous video that there was people mentioning that this could be sticking into your leg. I 100% get that. I totally get what you mean. I know there's some channels where people who are running the channel really can get upset with suggestions and comments, and I don't know why. You know, they could be right. It could be comments that really help the build out, and I don't mind it. You know, you guys could spot something that I don't, and I value them comments because it's helpful. So I don't really understand why people get upset over their comments sometimes. To me, this channel is a little community for everybody, and if we want to share our opinions without falling out, without being nasty to people, why not? I find it helpful. And obviously, you guys support this channel, so it's for everybody. So anything like that, it could be something that I don't spot. I don't mind it at all. I really don't. I prefer it like a little community, and me just shutting everybody off, and I don't care what anyone says. I'm doing this how I want to do it. I don't want it to be like that. It's not nice. Anyway, I appreciate all the support. So we're going to try this. We're going to try it on the bike. I will, if it works, cut that hole in here because we're going to drop that BMW badge in there. But I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to try it on the bike. Like I say, the bike's coming off the bench anyway, and we're putting this side stand on it so I can sit on it and see where this is landing. And if it's no good, it's no good. We'll start it again. It's just metal work. I enjoy the metal work side of things, so we have to chop and change things. That's great. It's all part of a build. Anyone who's built bikes will know that you do chop and change things as you go along. It's all part and parcel of it. And at the end of the day, you know, there's lots of things on a bike. Your footrests, your gear levers, your brake levers, brackets, handlebars. There's a lot of stuff that's sticking out. If you crash a bike, it's going to be dangerous. Unavoidable. Totally unavoidable. Your best, if you are crashing, is to get yourself away from the bike if you can. Especially off-road, it normally flings you off into the mud anyway. Yeah, I had a friend that crashed. Oh, this was many, many, many years ago when we first got big bikes. And it was a particular night I didn't go out with him, because we all used to ride a bit spirited, let's say. And I got a call that night that he was seriously ill in hospital, crashed his bike into a van. Oh, God. And obviously I went and seen him, and he was in a bad way. The whole top part, this bit of his leg, was missing down to the bone. Quite an unpleasant sight. It looked like Carol Baskin had threw all her pets at him and he just got torn to pieces. But what had done it was the was it the brake or the clutch gear, the switch gear and everything. Was it an old Suzuki GS or something like that, or a Honda, old 70s bike. But on impact, it was the lever and all that, all the switch gears smashed, and obviously that was horrifically sharp. As he went over the bars, as he was planting himself into the side of the van, that just took the whole top of his leg out, ripped it all wide open down to the bone. Sorry to be graphic. But yeah, I went and picked the bike up from the yard the following day and washed a percentage of my friend off the bike with a jet wash. Yeah, there's some good chunks hanging off it. But anyway, the hospital even back then performed a few miracles, took bits off his back and his backside and rebuilt his leg back up. Obviously it wasn't perfect, but they had to get something back there to cover his bones because there was nothing there. But yeah, it's the switchgear that done that. So yeah, where'd you stop? The bikes are full of dangerous things if you crash. But we'll see how this goes. After sharing that graphic story. So we'll get this cut, we'll get it trimmed off, we'll hold it up to the bike, we hold it on with magnets or tape or whatever. We'll be able to sit on it, see where this is landing, see how much I can get it tucked in. Like I say, if it's no good, we'll start again. Let's get it cut. Right, what we're going to do first is trim the seat off. So because it's the seat and all these panels are going to create all the shape, we've sort of got to ignore the frame shapes to a certain degree. It will be the seat that does all the shaping and this panel. So as you can see the line there, I've got to cut that down, so then we can start trimming this to exactly how we want it. And I've only got one bolt in this, so all this can be moved as well. Everything can be all joggled about till we've got something that we're happy with. So first seat cut, and then we'll start trimming this to tuck it right in. Right, seat trimming. Oh, look. I seem to have a drawing on the seat. Gertrude was here the other day, let loose with the crayons. Oh dear. Right, where are we? Glasses. Glasses, and let's have a glove as well. Glasses and gloves. Move that and trim that straight down the line. And then we'll sort the shape out up this end as well, so it all drops into this panel nicely. Let's get rid of the sharp bits off there. Right, back on the bike with that then. There we go, that's following the frame now to a certain degree. But obviously this will be up against it. Right, let's get a marker pen, see what we can chomp out first. So I think what I'll do first is cut out where it's going around the frame. There. I think that might do it. And there. Let's go a bit of a angle of the dangle there. Let's chop a bit of that out first and see where we end up with that. I think we're going to have a couple of things to change, which ain't a problem. So, start with, we got this. Is the camera even on that? We've got this, call it a panel gap here, which ain't quite matching. If it was down there, it'd match. But now I've brought it up. We have a slight difference. Ooh, let's see if I can get that to stay there and give you a bit of a close-up. There we go. So we've got a difference here, look. I think all round here start landing right, so you ignore my sort of welding tacks there. We've either got to bring this one up or this one down. I think I'll go for working on this because we've got all that nice and tidy. So that's one thing that's got to be done, which ain't a problem. Then obviously we'll bring this seat into this angle so it follows it all the way down. That's not a problem. And then we've got the bit that people are concerned about, which is fair enough. Again, I need to sit on the bike really, but I'm going to change it. I am going to change it very slightly. A compromise, if you want to look at it like that. So I've got this bit of rag here. Let's fold that again. So we've got 1, 2. I don't think down the sides of the seat, our seat sponge ain't going to be much different from that. So if we took that down the side, so yeah, I think our packing on the seat will bring us flush with this, which leaves us with this. I'm not sure how that's going to look on camera. It's not sticking out a great deal, but I am going to change it, definitely. Let's get a pen. I don't think it'll hurt the design too much. As we've got sort of a sharp return here, and we will say it's sharp because it is sharp in a way. And I think if I cut that off and just put in a really gradual curve, like so. Can you see that? Let's get you over a bit more. I don't know if you can see that. You should be able to. So if I do a bit of colouring, nowhere near as sort of Gertrude's colouring. I'm not as good as him at art, obviously. So yeah, if we take that bit off and make that a curve, which is going to be much more of a lower profile, I think we're definitely going to be okay with that. Because where your legs go, you're going to be missing it. So obviously if your backside's here, thereabouts, and your legs are going to go down like so, and your knee will possibly be around this area, then coming back to the foot peg. But that said, it can still be quite damaging if you do have an accident on the bike. So yeah, we'll compromise and get that sharper return off and turn it into a curve. I reckon that'll do it. And it will tuck it in quite a lot. Right, a few things to deal with then, so let's crack on with that. Right, we'll see it better now I've got it off the bike. Yeah, so the minute we've got this, it's tucked into the bike around like sort of to this line here. The seat, when it's all done, is definitely going to come flush with this face here. And then if we put that into a curve, I think that's going to take care of everything. So that will be gone, sort of thing. And give us a much more smoother edge if you do bump your leg into it. An edge that will not, definitely won't hurt. Right. He's Blue on his daily checks, his daily walk round. You're all right, mate. Yeah, you're waiting for the sun to come out so you can go to sleep. He's a good lad. Right, we're going to get on with this, eh? Are we? Yes. Hello. Hello, mate. There we are. Hopefully, this ain't going to go out of shape because it's really thin, light material, and I've got to try and chop this back off. So I still got tacks around there, but I went and sort of started welding it on properly at the top. So hopefully I can get a bit of a tidy cut all the way down there to start working on that bit to put it back on. Oh God, dog, you stink. Okay, we've got that off. I think what I'm going to do next is correct the shape of this at the back. Then at least that's that part of the body done, and then we can concentrate on making that a little bit better. So we'll pop this back on the bike. Try and sort that out. Let's get the pen. Oops, drop the lid. I think we need to come from up here. And literally get that off. It's going to be hard to... It's a bit of a pain, that is, to be honest. Because it's correct when the whole thing's dropped down. I'm just wondering if cutting that bit off is going to make this bit wrong. I think we might be all right. Let's slice into it and find out. That's all we can do. Right, I've sliced into that. I've put that return bit, bent it down. Just let me holy glove off a minute. So that's got that, as you can see, following that a lot better. Now we've got this bigger gap here. So I think if I literally break that off and bring that out, and any gap that it creates, I'll be able to weld that up. Let's try that. Slice into that join there. Yes, that's got it. Now if I bend that out, like so. That might start following the shape a bit better. Let's go and check that out. That's getting there. Right, just bend him down a little bit. Hey, we're getting there. If I can get that welded up, that's going to be a lot better. Right, I've got some terrible tacks on there just to hold it all in place. Now if I get all these gaps welded up in sort of a pigeon weld sort of way and then dress them up, that should be a better shape. Right, we have all that sorted and back sort of tidy. I'm trying to get a good radius on the edges because powder coating does not like sharp edges. Well, let's see what that's like. Bum, bum, bum. That's better. We do want a bit of a gap there. Yeah, I can live with that. I've actually got to radius these edges a little bit more on this panel. So when that's done, it'll be spot on. Okay, next, this bit down here. Okay, little bit of thinking time. Right, get the good old marker pen. So I think then, obviously we've got that bit back to where we need it. Everything in shape. I think with this bit then, so I definitely do want some shape there. Like I said, initially it was just going to be a couple of little slots, weren't it? Which I think will be a little bit boring, to be honest. Hence why I went for something like this. But it's just got to be fine-tuned a little bit. So I think we'll go with the curve on this top one. That's the main issue. Maybe we'll see how it goes. I don't know if we're going to put a little bit of a curve on this bottom one as well. And that eliminates any sharp angles. Yeah, I might go with that. Let's see. Right. I think if we sever the corner straight off and then we can dress the radius into it, I think that'll be the easiest way. Corner gone. So my head's ticking away now. Could I do it straight? No, let's radius it. It'll just make it a little bit more interesting. Make it different, won't it? Yes. Decision made. we are radiusing it. Right, that's that cut out. I've just dressed it all up with a file a bit. Cut as a pointy bit. If we sink that in there. In fact, we'll get the end tacked in first. Then we'll trim it off and then tap it round. Tell you what, I'm gonna make it easier and get me a little flat bed up here. Oh, that's heavy. I reckon that gets heavier as I get older. That's got it. Do I radius that bottom one? I think I do. Yeah, it's got to be done. Radius the bottom one as well. Right, we've got that done. Now for the next bit. I'm not 100% sure what to do with that middle bit, the little cutout there in the middle. I just feel like it needs to be longer. We've got a lot of space here that's quite flat and boring. On the end there we're going to have that, obviously, that circle where the badge is sunk in. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the way that's gone. We've now got curves, you can see it's nice and smooth, no sharp edges. I just feel like something needs to happen with that middle bit. I'm going to mark exactly where the badge is going to go. Draw a line through to the centre of that, and then decide if I want to cut that out a bit more. I think I'm going to, just to take the plainness off that big surface there. Even if it just goes part way down there, just 2-3 times as long as what it is, and I think that'll take that flat bit away a bit. Let's see. Right, we've cut it. Let's go for it. I've just folded a little piece up, so we'll got a couple of tacks on that from the back. That's not the right way, is it? Don't want to weld it that way. Let's try that way. Yeah. Let's get a couple of tacks on that. Then we'll trim it off from the front. And we'll get it all level. That's the one. Right, sorted. That's that welded in. Anyway, I think it's a bit better like that. It takes sort of the plainness of this big surface here, and then obviously I'll make the cut that we're going to sink in here and have one of the BMW badges sunk in, which will also take the plainness of it away. And like I say, this is going to be a textured black, and the number board's going to be white, and that's sort of tie in with what we got going on here. So next, not now, I've had enough today, we'll be welding that on, and then making the brackets so it all fits on, and trimming the seat to suit this angle here. So that all needs trimming off. But now, looking from the top, we've just got, well, let's take that off. Literally just a thin sliver, look. That is basically all that will be coming from under the seat. That bit there, it is nothing. And we've still sort of got that look on the face of it that we already had. Yeah. As you can imagine, that in textured black against the white number board there with the BMW badge sunk in, I think it'll start looking all right. See if I can hold that on and hold the camera at the same time. Yeah, it'll be a bit different. I don't think there'll be another GS like it, which is the goal. It needs to be different from everything else that you see. That's what I try and do anyway. Sometimes people suggest things to me like bikes and all that. Yeah, that's great, but someone's already done it. So I want to try and do something completely different to what other people have done, if you know what I mean. But I get it. You look for inspiration, don't you, in other people's stuff. And it does help. It sometimes does help bounce you off in a different direction, looking at other people's ideas and listening to other people's ideas. Like that we've just put right today. I think that'll do. As you can hear a noise in the background, it's that little fella. Oh, you decided to lie on the mat. Are you all right there, Bogey? Hey? You all right, mate? Oh, no, here comes jealous boy. It's too hot, isn't it? It's getting hot now. It's getting hot. They're all slow and tired. I know the feeling. Anyway, that'll do. Next video, we will be sinking the badge in, attaching this bit, correcting the angle on the seat there to follow that, and then the brackets that hold it all on. Job done. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.